everybody. It's Gail, the Happy Stamper. Thanks so much for hopping along today. I am so excited to show you what I've made. And a big thank you goes out to the sweet Miss Ruthie. I just love her. You guys know her as September 9th on YouTube. And thank you again for asking me to create and play with you. So make sure you hop on to the next blog. There'll be a link down here. And you can just skip right on over. But don't skip anybody. Make sure you go to each one because there's some incredibly beautiful things. So I'm super excited to share with you what I've created. And what I used was everything from, this is the die cuts with a view, the homemade Christmas stack. I kind of do the country Christmas in my kitchen and family room. The front of the house is very Victorian, the living room and dining room and front hall. But the back I do very kind of country bumpkin, homemade. So this paper pack just spoke to me when I saw this at Joann's. It's beautiful. I shared it with you in a previous haul. I love that paper, and it's got glitter. But I put this on another video, so if you want to hear more about it, make sure you check it out. And I'm using today, here's what you're going to need. This is calendar pages, and they're from Creative Memories. They're kind of old, but they're double-sided, and they have the boxes already done. So this is a really very quick and simple project, and I can't wait to put it in my kitchen. So you'll need some sort of calendar pages. You can always certainly make your own. And this is really kind of the queen of the show here. I used the snowflake punch. This is really a big, substantial mambo punch from Martha Stewart. And it's got the snowflakes on it. And I love it. I also used my 1 3/4 circle, my heart. This stuff out of the way. These are my Stampin' Up! Punches. I've used circle or square and a tag. And I also used my scallop circle, and I'll just call that a tab punch. I'm not sure exactly what it's called. You're also going to need some buttons in various colors to match your paper. And then I used these magnetic buttons. You can get these at Walmart. And I also used, it comes on a strip. And it's called Pro Mag. And I got this also at Walmart. And you just unroll it. And it's, you know, the big strip of the magnetic strip. And then you can cut it to whatever size you want. So those are all the things that I used. You're going to also need a corner rounder. And thank you to Butterfly Amanda. I used my cute little, it looks like a butterfly, but it's like a 10-in-1 tool. But it had a handy little measuring tape on it. So I used that to measure my cookie sheet. So you are going to need a cookie sheet as well. So let me show you what I created. Da-da-da-da. I don't know if this is going to all fit in the screen, but I'm going to certainly give it a try. Perhaps if I back up a little bit, that might work. Okay, so it says days till, and then at the bottom, Christmas. Days till Christmas. I love this. I can't tell you, I had such a good time making this. Okay, so again, I used all the papers from that paper pack, and the awesome thing was, in here it has a page that has all these cute numbers on it, and I simply used all those punches. So this is how it comes, and I punched out all the numbers. And I used Alphalicious, which is to be one of my favorite Cricut fonts, to cut out the word days. I cut my D, my T, and my C at the bottom here at 4 inches. I wanted those to be really big. And then I cut my rest of my letters at 2 inches. I went around the edge, as you can see, all the way around. There's some pretty glitter paper in the pack as well. And I used my snowflake punch, as you can see there, all the way around. I did it on all the edges. Oops, sorry, got my finger in there. And I mounted everything on a cookie sheet. This is just a cookie sheet that I got from my kitchen that has been very loved, very used, and I thought it would be perfect to use for this because it's going to get all covered up anyways. So this is my Advent calendar for the Advent Calendar Blog Hop, Days Till Christmas. I added some buttons in all 4 of the corners. And then these are the tags I was telling you about that I made. And I put some with the button tag, some with the little strips, and I just used various shapes of my punches to cut out all the different shapes. Isn't that cute? And then, of course, I used the heart for December 25th. And so that is my Advent calendar Advent calendar for you guys. I hope you like it. I had a wonderful time making this. Thank you again to Ruthie for inviting me to play along. This was an awesome project. Not sure how I'm going to mount it. I may just put it in the kitchen and lean it up against, you know, like a plate stand, use a plate stand. Or I may hang it with some grosgrain ribbon. I'll have to see. But that is my cookie sheet Advent calendar. So thank you again for playing along, guys. And make sure you hop on along to the next blog. See all the cute little buttons? Just cute little buttons. Okay. I have blog candy too for you that I would like to do a giveaway. So if you're interested in winning, please leave a comment on this post. And I am giving away a sewing machine. Yes! Can you believe it? I found another little sewing machine at the thrift store at my church. Now, I had done an earlier video. It's got all the instructions. It obviously somebody used it, but they didn't use it very much because the insides have not been opened. But it is a cute mini little sewing machine, and it's perfect to do tabletop sewing and things. And I have an aqua green one, and I thought I would love to give one of these away if I could find one. And sure enough, I did. So I snatched it up. It's got all the controls in here, the foot pedals, your bobbers, everything is in here, guys. Again, it is not brand new, but whoever had it did not use it. I think they tried it and that was it. So if you're interested in this giveaway, and it comes in a cute little bag, please leave a comment at the end of this post, and you will be entered into the drawing. You do need to be a subscriber, though, so if you're not, please subscribe on the left-hand side of my blog page, and you'll see where you can enter your email. So please do that, and I hope someone wins this little sewing machine because it's so cute. I love it. Perfect for doing paper. All right, guys. Thanks again for stopping by. Have a wonderful season. I can't wait to see some of your projects. And don't forget to subscribe and hop on to the next blog. Just click the link down there. Bye, guys. Thanks so much for taking the time to visit with me today. Bye.